Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to Sidejag, the show where staying on point just ain't the point. And tonight we have a great movie that okay, well, it's probably we have a movie. We have an okay, good movie. We have a movie.
Yeah, we have a
Um,
movie.
we have a movie that we're going to talk about, um, and give you our thoughts, and along with some other things. What you been up to, my friend? Other than
Man,
working.
working.
Yeah.
But they have served it. They have been serving us lunch. So I do have some food talk.
Oh, that's always good. What kind of lunch?
All right, today they hit us with a burger from like a local joint called Calico County.
Fries or
Dude,
just
this
burgers
burger, no burger.
or
Did we have
chip?
fries? Dude, I don't think we did not have fries. We had like baked beans as a
Okay,
side.
that's still solid. I'll take baked
Yeah, and
beans.
this place is like known for their cinnamon rolls, so they brought the cinnamon rolls as dessert.
Ooh,
So if you go
okay.
in person, they bring you
Yeah.
out cinnamon rolls to every table. So
Oh, that's nice.
they bring a burger, dude. This burger's so damn big. I don't know if it's like a half pound burger or whatever. Or I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older, but man, I cannot eat as much as I used to.
You're just
I
getting old.
literally ate half that burger, a small side of beans, and like half of the cinnamon roll, and I was done. I was done.
See, I like the beans. Like I'm a fry guy, no doubt about it. I had a
Yeah.
lot of fries this week. I love fries. Um, but I like beans because it's like you can dip into
Right.
beans, and that to me that is like because like barbecue sauce is good, but if you have good baked beans,
Oh
like
yeah.
that is
You're
100%
dipping
better
the
than
burger's
barbecue
going
sauce.
in the beans like
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
yummy. Yeah, but yeah, so beans with burgers are good. Don't get me wrong, I still have a turkey burger. I mean, I'll fucking
Yeah.
get on a turkey burger.
I'll
Um,
eat a turkey burger too. I really don't have no problem with turkey burgers. I'm not gonna order it myself, but I will eat one if that's what is there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So my experience with food. So we'll play ping pong. We went to this place called the Chop House, which is a chain restaurant. So I'm sure they have them everywhere.
Mhm.
I'm not a steak guy, as most people know. So I actually ended up going there twice with two different groups of people. And I was like, oh, goody, we're going to the Chop House again. So the second time I went, I was like, I just got the lobster mac and an order
Ooh.
of French fries. And then my buddy from across the table goes, bro, is that your dinner? And I go, yeah. He goes, that's a boss move right there.
Dude, like lobster mac is so underrated. Like I love lobster just in general, but like
I
lobster mac and
hate
cheese, dude.
lobster.
Do
Ugh.
you really? I like
Yeah.
lobster. I love lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I more or less just took the lobster off the mac and cheese.
Damn.
Just ate the
That's
mac and cheese and the French
that
fries.
is that's unacceptable.
Oh yeah, it's plain potato chips
Yeah,
dipped in
I
baked
agree.
beans. Oh yeah, that's picnic food right there.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
picnic
pro
food.
move. Pro
Yeah,
move.
for sure, for sure. And then you put the chips on the burger.
Oh yeah, you got to. Yeah.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't you? Who would not do that?
Sue.
Yeah.
I mean, to answer the question
Have you
honestly.
ever been swimming all day and
Yeah,
then you just have like like a straight up bologna
everything.
and cheese sandwich? Dude, it
Yeah,
is so good
yeah.
after you swim. Like I don't know why. I guess you're just starving at this point, but that
It's just
sandwich
fun.
hits different, man.
I always feel like a Disney villain eating lobster.
Dipping it in
I,
there.
I know I've told my lobster story before, but for those new to the channel, I absolutely hate lobster. But when I was a kid, or when I was dating Sue, I never had lobster before because it just was out of our wheelhouse.
Right.
And she's like, we're having guests over and we're gonna have lobster. We're having a big lobster fest. I was like, really? She's like, yeah, we're inviting all these people over and we're gonna boil lobsters and we got butter, pools of butter and bread and we do this every 6 months with our neighbors. You're gonna love it. I was like, I'm so excited. I'm beside myself with excitement. I'm like, yeah, and pick out your lobster. I was like, ooh, I like that one. Don't care,
Yeah.
these guys are all pros, man. They got their cracking and it's shit's going on and their scissors and I'm just watching and I take my first bite and I'm like,
Damn.
the fuck is
You
this?
got me.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, you could have like, and yeah, I was like, and at that point, I'm like, okay, so they just paid like $30 for these lobsters. Do I scarf it down, or do I go to the person next to me and go, hey man, um, you want my lobster? Because I know the answer will be yes. And I
right.
did. And I was like, hey man, I'm not gonna eat this because it tastes like shit. Do you want it? And they're like, there's something wrong with yours? And I was like, I don't think so. Well, it tastes fine. I was like, okay, good. Well, do you want it? Because that's fucking
Yeah, it's
gross.
yours.
What are you gonna eat? Bread and the convenient dipping sauce that we have, also known as butter. Yeah. So Max sucks. All right.
Yeah.
So what was next on the cafeteria? We brought in food for you.
Well, so we had Chick-fil-A. It's always solid. Always solid
Ooh,
Chick-fil-A.
solid
Dude,
bowl.
they did the pro move this time. Super pro move. I hope they do this every time. So usually when you get to go boxes for Chick-fil-A for work, they'll give you a chicken sandwich and chips. Waffle chips instead of fries. Because that's how they do their packed lunches because they don't know how long they're gonna sit.
Right. I didn't know they had chips.
The chips are good, but when you have the thought of the waffle fries in your mind, like the chips aren't gonna cut it. The chips on their own are very good. No problem
I've
with them.
never. I didn't even know they had chips. Like I'm
Yeah,
still.
well, me neither until we started getting them in. But when you
Yeah.
have in your mind that you're gonna have a Chick-fil-A waffle fry and you get
Yeah.
chips, it's like you're done. So they didn't do that this time. They got all the sandwiches, and then they just got a big ass tray of the chicken nugs for like the side
Yeah.
with all the sauces,
Mm-hmm.
and then they got the big fruit tray
Oh.
with all
Yeah.
with the apples and the
Mm-hmm.
grapes and oh
Yeah.
yeah, that is the way you order catering from Chick-fil-A. That was a
We
pro
get
move.
their chicken nuggets for Christmas sometimes.
Yeah, I like them. I like the sandwiches better, but yeah.
The minis are good.
Oh yeah, yeah. The minis are
Yeah.
good, but it's like yeah. I I always get the biscuit though. I never get the minis. Everyone else gets the minis. I get the biscuit.
So I had that 9 o'clock bar pizza,
Canadian bar pizza.
Canadian bar pizza margarita, 9 o'clock Canadian bar pizza. Might have been coal fired. Don't really know. It's the egg shaped one. That
Mm-hmm.
one that you get that they and wasn't bad.
I
Wasn't
mean, if
bad.
it
Found out they had really good French fries though, and I didn't. This was the first night, so I didn't. One of my buddies got French fries, and I was like, they came and they set them on the table, and they're just sitting in front of me, and he's nowhere to be seen. I'm like,
like yeah, I'm getting one. I'm getting one.
fuck that. I was just like, he can buy more.
Yeah.
What happened to my fries? No, I'll be over there.
That's what in this household we call that a Cassie. Because
Um,
why would she order that when you've already ordered it and she can just eat some of yours? She's going to order her very safe things. She does not stray out, but she
right.
wants to try. That's she's open to trying, which is good. But also, like when you're hungry and you order, like, yeah, I want these. This is specifically what I'm ordering, and then you got to share half of it. Kind of a bummer.
No, if I'd have known, I would order my own fries and actually, it's funny because one day I went over there and I met my friend accidentally, and they were eating. And he's like, "Sit down with us," and I was like, "I got like 15 minutes, and I got to get back over there, and I haven't eaten anything all day." And he goes, "What do you want?" And I was like, "Order French fries and iced tea, healthy as could be." And so he's like, "Dude, I need an order." He just yells at the guy, "I want French fries and iced tea right now. Hurry up! Don't delay. Just go get it." And sure enough, the guy brought back an iced tea and French fries, and I was like, "All right, perfect. I have cocaine for my class. I'll be all set."
Caffeine Dean in effect.
Oh, yeah, but it's a roller coaster, man. It's like when it's like when you shoot the balloon in the sky. Then it's that thing just blah 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 blah. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Or you never want to know when it's going to swirl back around and pop you right in the face.
yeah, I can duck still, but yeah. So that
Yeah.
it was funny because somebody goes, "Oh, this isn't that good," and I go, "It's 9 o'clock pizza, bro. This is as good as it gets. It's 9 o'clock pizza. It's 30 degrees outside, and we're in Canada." I don't know where you're at, but this is good pizza as far as I'm concerned.
No kidding.
I mean, it's food. All right. So that
So
was that was yeah.
Tuesday was Kyle's birthday, right?
Okay.
So Matt's specialty is grilling steaks on the grill. He's really good at it. So Matt's like they were asking, what do you want for your birthday? I was like, I want some steaks that I don't hunt to cook. Matt's like, no problem, I got you. So I went and picked up a bunch of T-bones and we grilled that. They're perfect, baked potato, T-bone. But the thing that I didn't expect to be super good, I went to Aldi's, picked up their prepackaged salads, like a little side salad.
Yeah.
They had two of them. One was just like a kind of a classic Caesar, but instead of big croutons, they were like crushed croutons. That
Okay.
one was super, super good, like a little $3 salad. The second one was called Everything Bagel Seasoning. And instead of croutons, I had like little mini chopped up bagels. They were
Okay.
super crunchy. Dude, that Everything Bagel Seasoning salad from Aldi's, fire. It was
That was the bomb.
legit. Yeah, it was legit good. Yeah. So highly recommend if you got Aldi's and you're looking for a salad, pick that one up.
So my second, or actually this was my first trip to Chops. Everyone was ordering steak, and they ordered this appetizer. I swear it looked like dog food. It looked like, because it was these little pieces of bone. I guess it's like beef short ribs or some shit like that they bake, and the little
Yeah.
meat turns like beef jerky around it. And everyone was like, "Oh my god, these are so amazing!" And they're like eating this little piece of beef off of a bone, and I'm like, looks stupid as could be. But they ordered tuna, seared tuna, and so I was like, "You like seared tuna?" I was like, "Yeah, who doesn't like seared tuna?" So I took and grabbed a piece of seared tuna, and I started eating it, and I was like, "This is a little too fishy for me." So I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna eat that. I got plans tomorrow." Um, and so then it was, so I got the chop salad, which is a play on words because it's supposed to be a Cobb salad, but it was a chop salad. It's all the
Yeah.
same shit, just, and it was actually a really good salad. It had like,
Cobb salad, I would argue, might be one of my favorite salads. Maybe
yeah,
the best salad.
yeah. Any salad with egg and avocado to me is just like, I can do without the blue
Right.
cheese crumbles. I don't give a shit about that, but
I love the blue cheese crumbles, but
yeah.
it
I
just
mean, I
sets it
didn't
off.
tell them to take them off or anything. I'm just,
Right.
saying.
Did it have the
I just,
bacon though? It had the bacon, right?
yeah, yeah. I'd
Okay.
ask him to leave the salad dressing off because at that point it's like useless because
Yeah.
it's like, I really don't need any more crap on this.
Exactly.
But and it was funny because they're like, well, they have chicken, get chicken. And I go, here's the problem with getting chicken at a steakhouse is that the chicken is always some stupid farm raised bullshit, corn fed, crappy ass chicken. And they give you a piece that's like that big, like it's supposed to be special. That isn't
Yeah.
enough to feed anybody, like at all. And they're like, it usually comes with some like crappy rice and some shitty vegetables, and it's like, and maybe have a sauce over. It's like, nah, I'm good. I'll eat. No, yeah, I'll just have a plate of French fries at that point because it's
I
way
go
more
for the
rewarding.
pork chop. The pork chop sometimes.
They didn't have pork chop. I would have got the pork chop. They didn't have a pork
Dang,
chop.
really?
I know. Yeah, it
Wow.
sucked. They had
Maybe
pork
they don't
chop.
do
They
that in
didn't have
Canada.
lamb. Hmm?
Maybe
Yeah,
they don't do it like that in Canada.
they didn't. They didn't. It sucked because I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
pork chops. I go. No, I guess I can't. Okay. So anyway, awesome Cobb salad.
I mean, Cobb salads. Cobb salad can be bad, but it's usually pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Tonight, before we came, we went to IHOP, and I
Ooh.
get something very specific when I go to IHOP.
Yeah.
Might sound like a weird combo, but I love just an IHOP BLT for dinner.
I could see that. No, that's good. I
But
didn't realize they had one of those.
yeah, they have a really good BLT.
Yeah.
But instead of fries and stuff, you can get pancakes. So I got a BLT and then 2 pancakes. That's my
Okay.
combo.
That's solid. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that, but I like a BLT. Like
Yeah.
I enjoy, like, we have a bar food thing that we go to for like hockey night or something, and they have a BLT, and I'll get that, and the girls just look at me like I'm a crack. I'm like, and it's funny how often they fuck up a BLT. Like it'll come with no tomato. You know, you're like,
Yeah. This is a
okay.
BL. This is
It's
just a
just like
BL.
lettuce, and it's like, how'd you forget the tomato?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, El Fernandez? Um, yeah, it's amazing how or it's like, as long as they just don't put mayonnaise on it, because we've covered the mayonnaise thing. As long as it
Right.
has no mayonnaise, then I'm good.
Yeah.
But
You have to request because this comes with mayonnaise.
oh no, I will. It's the first thing
Yeah.
I say. I'm gonna
Yeah.
order this with no mayo. Write it down. Um, did I tell you I went to Waffle House?
Have you never been
I've
before?
never been to okay. Let me rephrase that. I've been to a Waffle House so far ago. I couldn't tell you like when, where, or what. Actually, I
Yeah.
can because I have perfect recall. But I haven't been to one to where it's actually been relevant in such a long time that, you know, like we have one now that's right in our neighborhood,
So
and
that's the one you went to?
yeah, yeah. The
Well,
girl
what's the verdict?
Haley goes there all the time with her friend with Clarissa, so she's like, "Can we go?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." No, I mean honestly, it was good. I mean, it was
I think it's
good.
good too.
It
Yeah.
was an experience that, yeah.
What did you order?
I ordered
Breakfast or
the egg sandwich.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
straightforward
solid.
egg and hash
Yeah.
browns. You know, I like their hash browns because they're crispy. Oh, they were so good.
And it sucks that you don't eat burgers, but that's one thing they do good there. Like just a burger. Um but yeah, the basics are good.
No Miracle Whip. Yeah, actually, I'm probably the opposite. If I have to have something, I would take Miracle Whip over
Yeah.
mayo. But
That's
and there again,
Cassie.
it's just because that's what I grew up on. It's not that I like either. I hate them both, but
Yeah.
that's what my mom always bought. So it was like, yeah,
I love mayo, hate Miracle Whip.
it's salad dressing. It's what it is, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, mayo is great. They put it like a small amount. You can go overboard on mayo for, but
Some people
I
love
I
that
don't.
shit. You know.
I do. I
Oh
will. Did I tell you about the Chick-fil-A? So I talked about we
yes,
had Chick-fil-A catering,
yeah,
right? Did I tell you the
yeah,
story that happened with that?
yep.
I already did.
You
About
told
adding
you over mayoed it.
over mayo. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's good. I don't know a lot of people do it. Well, I mean, it's so when you do a burger, do you just, like make do you put ketchup and mayo on your burger?
No. Did I not tell you did I tell you my discovery with ketchup?
No.
So I've constantly made Bailey despises ketchup. She won't
Yeah.
eat ketchup in any form. I've made fun of her for years, 20 years now, right?
Yep.
And it turns out she flipped the script on me. I never thought about this. I only eat ketchup with Five Guys fries. I don't want ketchup on my burgers. I usually will do ranch or something with my fries or just nothing with my fries sometimes.
Right.
And I just didn't realize this.
Hmm.
Like I don't put ketchup on hot dogs. I don't want ketchup on anything, but I love ketchup with McDonald's fries one. McDonald's fries, McDonald's ketchup, solid.
Yeah.
Five Guys. Other than that, I don't eat ketchup. And this whole time I thought, yeah, I love ketchup. Turns out I don't really love ketchup. I just didn't
No.
realize it.
Yeah. Yeah. No. It's yeah. Totally picky. I agree. No.
Yeah,
Um.
I just didn't realize it. But if you would, if anyone would ask me before this, like, yeah, you got a problem with ketchup? Like, no, I love ketchup,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. No. French
but I
fries.
don't.
So I like it on French fries. Um. If I'm eating a bratwurst on a bun, I like ketchup. Just, I
I
mean, I'll do
usually go
mustard.
mustard. Yeah,
I'll
I
do
usually go
mustard,
mustard.
but it's got to be like Grey Poupon. I can't do that yellow shit.
Dude, spicy. I love regular mustard, but spicy mustard, you gotta have spicy mustard, like
Yeah, yeah,
like spicy brown mustard. That's
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
best mustard.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But there again, if I'm choosing, I want
Yeah.
one of each. I'm gonna have one with ketchup, and I'll have one with mustard. But I don't do hot dogs, so we have nothing to worry about there. And personally, I would rather have cheese on my hot dog if I'm having a hot dog. It's like, can I get a piece of cheese?
Oh, I
Which
put
I mean,
cheese on a hot dog. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Um, And then the only other thing, which I know everyone, I've said this before, and people are like, oh, it's so disgusting. If I have dry ass pizza, like I'm talking like made at home pizza or some shitty pizza,
Yeah.
Just so the pizza will taste better, I would put some ketchup on it.
Oh God.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, there again, it's very rare. Like I think
I
the
know
only
someone that dips their pizza in mayo. Now
yeah,
that
yeah,
is
I've
a
seen
line I
that.
will not cross. I
No,
will not
I
cross
mean,
that
it's
line.
I mean, they dip it in ranch. I mean,
Yeah. I'll do
yeah,
ranch. Yeah, I'll
ranch,
100% do ranch.
which
But
to
yeah.
me, hey, barbecue sauce. Ooh,
This
yeah,
is what this is her move. Like anytime she gets fries, barbecue
yeah.
sauce or ranch.
You know what? Okay, so I know this is like a shithead step cousin of mayo is tartar sauce, but tartar sauce and French fries.
Yep. Oh,
You
dude,
add
like
that,
if you're going to like a seafood, like Long John Silver's,
yeah. Mm.
tartar sauce on fries, you got to.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's the
Yeah.
best. It's the best. But I like barbecue sauce on French fries is good. I mean, let's be honest. If I have like, if we're going to some place that has a plethora of dipping options,
Yeah.
I want them all. I'm just gonna be like, yeah,
Listen, let's
mm,
start our own chain up. We'll call it Dippers. That'll
dippers.
be our whole thing. Like we have whatever you're eating, we
I
have
think, I think Guy
20
Fieri
dips
already
for you.
beat us to this.
Did he really?
Yeah,
That
because
son
his
of a
his
bitch.
chicken dips or whatever the hell it is that he has at downtown Disney. He's got like
Yeah,
26 different flavors of dipping sauce.
of course he
So,
does.
and you have a whole thing. You got to circle which ones you want. So you group them together so that everyone gets it. Yeah, it's freaking ridiculous. But
Wow.
I mean, if I
Yeah.
have my druthers, I prefer hot cheddar that I can dip my fries in because that's
Who
way more
doesn't?
yummy.
Yeah, who doesn't? If I think if you give almost anybody this chance, people that don't hate cheese, they're gonna
Yeah.
choose hot cheddar over
Now I would
any other.
rather dip my fry. I would rather like I don't want shit covered in something.
Yeah, you
I
want to
want I
control
want
them
I
out.
want to dip it because it's like nachos are fine. Like, okay, make your nachos. I'll eat your nachos covered in shit. That's fine. That's
Yeah,
just the nacho thing. But like loaded French fries, no. I don't want to
yeah,
eat my friend. At that point, it's poutine.
yeah, yeah.
It's poutine. The French fries are just noodles at that point.
There's a few places that I will eat them like that, but yeah, overall, I'd rather just dip them.
Now tater tots, it's fine. Like I have no issues eating loaded tater tots because
Right. They
those you
have
can eat with a fork.
they're more yeah they hold up better.
Yeah. Well, it's fine even if they don't. It's like it's like
It's
they're
mushy
small hash
anyways.
browns. I mean, that's fine. Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
if I'm surprised nobody does that. Take like a flat hash brown and smother it in sour cream, cheddar, chives, chopped
You know what's
onion.
funny? You can do that right down the road from you at the Waffle House.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they will do that. Yeah.
really? Hmm.
Yep. You can get chili on them. You can get smothered, covered. They have their own speak on how you get your
Yeah,
hash browns.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. Like I said, I've only been
Yeah.
there the one time. It was good. I ate my hash browns, part of my sandwich, and got shit to go. And it was good 2 days later. I felt just as bad, but it's like gotta
Yeah.
take it home with me. Yay! Yeah,
Have you
a
had
lot of
Shake
grease and
Shack
butter.
then? Have you had a Shake
Shake
Shack?
Shack sucks.
They have the cheese fries though. Where you can
Yeah,
get
but I
those
don't care.
separately.
That place sucks. Fuddruckers had the best. Fuddruckers was the best.
They had one in Branson that we used to go to.
Yeah,
And they had
we
like
like
the whole bar where you could put all your
yeah, and we just
toppings
fill
on
up
and
the
on.
cheese, and I'd get the largest French fry and the smallest burger. I was like, give me the
Yeah.
small burger and the big ass French fry. No,
I do
big.
that at Five Guys.
Well,
I get
everybody
the
does that
kid
at
like the
Five Guys.
I get the kids burger and then we get like a regular or large fry and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just get the fry anyways. I wish they had cheese sauce. Oh my god, that would
That'd
be
be dope.
spectacular. Because I mean, the problem with their fries is they're good and then they're not.
Yeah. If
For
it
me,
takes too long
anyway.
to eat them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that one's good, that one's good. Okay, those are good, and then it's like, all right, they're not good anymore. It's like,
I'm weird. I like the little crispy ones too.
mm,
Like Cassie, she doesn't mess with the little crispy one, little ends pieces. I
mm.
like those pieces. She doesn't. So
No,
it works out.
I like limpy fries.
Yeah. So that's one she likes.
Yeah. All right, let's talk. Since we talked about food, perfect movie, The Glass Onion. Let's get into
Glass onion.
this. Um,
You never seen the first one, right?
I haven't seen Knives Out, which everyone said was okay, so I was like, all right,
Yeah.
cool. which I can see now it had absolutely nothing to do with this movie.
Mm-mm. No,
So
besides
maybe,
the guy, the only guy, the detective was the guy
yeah,
they
yeah,
carried over from the first
yeah,
one.
Mr. Bond, Daniel
Hmm.
Craig. So I mean, I'm assuming that's why he was hanging out in the bathtub at the beginning of it because he's just bored out of his mind looking for a new. And I liked, I liked how he was playing, you know, with all those guys on the laptops. I'm like, what the hell? It's so weird.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, at the end of the day, it was one of those movies that Netflix bought, which they probably shouldn't have bought because it was actually okay. It was like a real movie, which
right.
Netflix typically doesn't do. So, like, it went somewhere. Um, I enjoyed the movie, but not like I'll never
Oh yeah,
watch
it's
it
not gonna
again.
blow you away. No,
No, no,
it's like,
I
well, go ahead.
no, no, no.
I was just
You're
gonna say
good.
it's one of those that you watch and it's like, yeah, this that was fun. That was
Yeah.
cool. There's like a little bit of mystery to it. Some unique characters that were enjoyable to kind of try to figure out what their motivations were, and then it's like, yeah, it's done. I've seen it.
Well, what I thought was funny about it was it's like it's like you had this whole part of the movie where it was like, here's the movie. And it was like this where you thought this was gonna be the movie. And you're like, oh shit, like they're building up to something. And then it was like, nope. It's
Yeah, yeah,
not what's going on. And you're like, wait, what? I don't have to and like when he goes up there and he solves everything and he says the whole thing and
yeah.
and he's like and you're just like, wait, what did I miss? Like, is that the movie? And then the movie was a whole nother thing. It
Right.
wasn't it was like, whoa, that's crazy. And it was just like proving how stupid Edward Norton was. Like he's
Yeah.
just an
That,
idiot.
that was the best part of that was the best
Yeah,
part of the movie. Like, how did this dude make it this far?
yeah.
Just
Just
by he's like Mr. Magoo.
yeah, he's a dumbass. And
He's dumb as shit.
so dumb it's brilliant. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
like the Knives Out? I think I actually like the Knives Out a little bit better than this one.
I would hope
But
so.
yeah, it's the same kind of movie. You know, it's
Yeah. Which is fine. I mean,
although you don't get that twist. You figure it out with him.
oh,
So it's not he doesn't figure it out, then you get the twist. You slowly figure out the movie with him as he's going along.
see, I kind of like that better. This one
Right.
just it was like there was too much back end weird shit going on. We were just like, wait, what?
I
Oh,
think they felt like they had to do this because it was the second movie and they already done the straightforward one first.
yeah. So maybe that would make sense.
Right.
Because I mean, I like what they did. I thought it was all good. I mean, I liked. Yes, I liked when he was proving how stupid this guy was.
Right.
And then the ending I really enjoyed. Like, uh, yeah, how she ends up doing, burning the Mona Lisa and all that other crap, where it was like, oh, perfect. And then, when they pull up and the water goes down and the pier comes up, and you're like, oh my god, this is like the coolest thing ever. Not realizing that was just high tide, low
Yeah.
tide. Yeah, because he's an idiot. He built his dock on low tide. Yeah. It's like, wait,
Yeah.
and at the end of the movie, they're just reinforcing how stupid he is because the
Yeah.
dock is half out of water. But yeah, it was like, oh yeah, his stupidity was the best. I think that was
The best part of it.
the best part of it, because
Yeah.
the characters were just so stupid. Like everyone
Yeah.
was stupid.
Every single one of them was outrageous. My favorite outrageous one is the wrestler.
Batista.
I can't, Batista. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was just so over the top, dude. Living with his mom, having
Yeah.
the damn gun in his bikini, like his mankini. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was just outrageous. Yeah.
Yeah. I like when the guy came and he shot him in the mouth. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. What is it? Don't worry about it. You're good. You don't need the mask. Yeah. And she's wearing the mask that's just like the mesh,
Yeah.
and you're like, the
What are
fuck?
you doing?
Yeah. I'm just so happy to have the mask off. You're like, oh, yep,
Yeah.
you're an idiot. Yeah. Yeah.
And
So,
then Goldie Hawn's daughter, Kate. What's her name? Kate something.
oh, is that their daughter?
That's Goldie Hawn's daughter. Yeah,
Oh, the brunette.
Kate Hudson, I think's her name.
Which one was she? Okay, which one was she?
She was the one that's like super racist, doing all kinds of shit.
Oh, okay, her. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
you were talking about the her assistant.
No, who is her assistant? Her assistant is somebody that I can't remember.
Yeah, not that. No, yeah, you're right. There
Yeah,
again, they're all stupid. They're
yeah,
literally
they're
all
all
stupid.
stupid.
They're just complete
Except the
morons.
one that got killed, that her sister's trying to solve.
Yeah,
Apparently, she was the only smart one and was coming up with all the shit.
yeah. But
So
was she
and
though?
then they got her hillbilly sister. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, was she? I don't know.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, I enjoyed the movie compared to some of the movies we have been watching. Like
yeah,
the bar was set so low that this one just dragged it out, and I was like, yeah, all
yeah.
right. I don't feel like I lost any IQ points watching it, so yeah, it was pretty good.
And I knew, like, once you mentioned, I was like, all right, I already knew it wasn't a great movie, but I knew it was good enough. Like, it's good
Yeah,
enough, and it's a fun watch. So,
yeah, yeah. But no, I enjoy. I tried to watch it on the plane, and I got like 15 minutes into it and realized I haven't watched any of it because I was like, oh yeah, yeah. So
yeah.
it was not a plane movie for sure. I don't even remember what I watched. So on the way, so I watched two stand-ups, and I didn't finish the one I really wanted to. So I watched the Chris Rock stand-up,
Yeah.
and I didn't make it to the part where he started talking about Will Smith.
I've seen the Will Smith part just like on Instagram or something
Yeah,
where he talked about it. So,
yeah. I haven't made it to that part, which honestly, I at some point I'll go back, but it wasn't like I'm assuming it was the last 10 minutes, and I was like, oh.
yeah, that's what it was.
But I watched Bert Kreischer's Razzle Dazzle,
Was it good?
which I like Bert Kreischer, so
Yeah.
I was like, that was to get me excited to get up and do my classes. So I was like, yeah, let's watch that. And then I watched Chris Rock, and I go, I should have watched these the other way because Chris Rock just kind of brought me back down.
Brought you back down. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some of it was funny, but it was typical Chris Rock stuff where it was just like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay,
I'm always
got
like
away.
in a stand up thing. I wish they just put them out as podcasts so I could listen to them while I'm
Yeah,
doing something.
yeah.
Because I want to hear the comedy. I don't want to sit and watch them do the comedy.
See, I like watching comedy because I like to
Yeah.
see the face. Because to me, the face is one of the most important parts of the comedy show.
Yeah.
Because it's fine when you're just listening to it. Delivery is cool, but when you have to perform in front of people or lecture in front of people, the face kind of moves the lecture along.
On the
Okay.
Chris Rock one, it's 100% because it's all his faces.
Yes.
That's
So you
that's
have to
that's
watch.
his whole comedy. Yeah.
And both of those shows were very visual shows because Bert Kreischer's there, and he's he has no shirt on, and
Yeah.
it's all about his face. There's a lot of this, and just so to me, there are some stand-ups that I don't mind just listening to, like Jim
Yeah.
Gaffigan. I can listen to his because I know I've seen enough of his, so I know what he's doing, and
Yeah.
it's not anything too impressive to watch, but it's fun to listen to because he uses his voice. I've spent a
Yeah.
lot of time studying this. Sorry. Um, this is what I do in my free time. I study delivery. Makes it more exciting when I do my class. But yeah, so he'll change his voice, and
Yeah.
it's like, to me, that's the best part of it. Accentuates the delivery, correct? So I like to have fun with that. So I didn't tell you. So when I did a class here, and I was halfway through the class, and I was doing the class, and normally I always say Johnny. Johnny is always the pain in the ass, but Johnny's a kid. Like, Johnny's a little asshole in your class that, oh, we can't do it because Johnny,
Yeah.
little
Johnny
Johnny.
messes up
Johnny's
everybody.
mom is a bitch, and Johnny's mom is Karen. So it's always Johnny.
Yeah.
Well, I was doing this training, and I didn't want to use Johnny, so I said Tom. Don't be a Tom. Tom is that douche that doesn't do the job right. And I'd forgotten all about it. And so when I was interviewing for this Canadian thing, they were like, "Oh, I love the Tom part." And I go, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "When you talked about Tom, Tom being the dick." And I go, oh. And it all came back to me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, dude, I totally forgot about that." So I put in a slide. So when we started the class, I introduced myself, and the first slide was this giant Tom. And I go, "All right, I got a couple questions I got to ask you guys before we get started. First off, how y'all feel about profanity?" And they're like, "It's Canada, dude. Go for it." Fucking hey. I go, "Okay. Secondly, is anybody here named Tom? It's kind of important because I'm gonna make Tom feel really bad about himself if he's here." I was like, "Okay, Tom's not here. Well, then don't tell
Yeah.
him." But Tom, all right. So then I laid out who Tom was, and which just kind of set the tone for the class. But it was like, yeah, Tom's a dick.
Don't be a
Yeah.
Tom. Yeah. Yeah, we had this week we're doing inventory, but the previous 2 days we had leadership training classes.
Oh, nice.
So there's a lot of role play and stuff in there, and just being in, how it is.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
not
yeah, for sure.
afraid to get in person. A lot of people in class they're not used to speaking in front of people.
Right.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna give him a show because he's like, I need someone, for example. We need to get 3 reactions out of you, negative reactions. So we're going through the spiel, doing the thing, doing the active listening and all that. And I'm the guy that's the negative guy. I'm bringing the problem. I'm creating the problem. And he he asked me, what's your problem? I tell him, or he's supposed to be coaching me on the corrective action. So and it was about keeping your respirator on. So then we go through 2 layers, and the third one I pop off. I was the guy's teaching class, Bob, and I was like, "What am I supposed to do, Bob, if I get sweat in my eye?" And he just kind of took him back, and the rest of the class was kind of took him back, and he's like, I like how you delivered that. And I was like, well, I got a little practice. I
Oh,
get
yeah.
loud every week about
It's
something.
yeah, it's all about the delivery. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's to me, like when I'm teaching a class, I feel that's the most, like, getting the information out so nobody falls asleep. It's the most important thing, because why are we doing this? So I always try to have fun with my class. And if I like, the cool thing about this class, I had a ton of giveaways. So I, I love giving stuff away, because there's always that guy. We're like, "Hey, all right, who wants something?" And you could just, you connect with that guy, and he's afraid to raise his hand for whatever reason. And I'll just look at him, and I'll be like, "Why didn't you raise your hand? I know how bad you want this. I can see it in your face. You want it, right?" And he'll be like, "Well, just ask. Can I have it?" "Fuck no, you can't have it. Get out of here, man." And then you just hand it to him.
You didn't raise your
Like,
hand.
and they're like, "Oh, you're
Yeah.
a dick, but thank you."
Yeah. Yeah.
So I did watch something else too.
What'd you watch?
I watched a documentary on that flight that disappeared in the ocean. So it was like a
Oh, yeah.
3-part series where they dissect that whole thing. And like, dude, that was crazy. Like, it was,
I heard about it, but not the documentary. I like what happened.
who cares? The documentary was terrible, and the whole situation was terrible. But I mean, what they did to these people, like, they kept them all locked up in a hotel, waiting anxiously for, like, you know some shit to go on. And then, like, the documentary just sucks, because it's like nothing good came from it. It was like, "Hey, we don't know shit, and we still don't know shit, but we have a bunch of, I don't know, bullshit. Let's make a documentary." Like, there's this one. So you get through all the nonsense in the beginning, where it's like, we all know, like, the plane disappeared, went off the radar. They searched for it for weeks and weeks. They couldn't find any trace of it whatsoever. Then they found
Right.
out that the plane might have actually gone a different direction before it landed. Who knows if it got hit by a missile? Whatever. So there's where this thing goes all sideways is that there's this guy that does like not really archaeology, but he's a treasure hunter, but not really treasure, so to speak. He just likes going and doing shit. And
Yeah.
so he's got all these connections and whatnot. He's got traces with the Russians and shit like this, which she's got traces with everybody. This guy travels all around the world and does dumb shit for people. My kind of guy.
Yeah.
Okay. And so he's got all these guys, and he's like, all right. So it's like a year later, and he's like, all right. So if this plane was to have crashed here in the ocean like they think it was supposed to have now, where would the debris have washed up? Because it's been a year.
Right.
And they're like, here. So he hops on a plane, flies over to this little shitty country, and starts walking the beaches. And guess what he finds?
He finds debris.
He finds debris from the freaking airplane. So naturally, they're like, oh, it's planted. Can't be real. He planted the debris. You know, it's like.
They say the guy that got hired to look planted the debris.
Well, he didn't hire it. He just volunteered to go look for it.
Oh,
so
okay.
they're saying he planted the debris. And it's like, what? You know, and they interview him because he's like, I'll be interviewed. And he's like, yeah, they got all kinds of crazy shit they say about me. But the reality is I found pieces of this freaking airplane that no one could find because, you know, it was all just sitting right here on the beach.
Yeah, he just actually tried.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I was like, oh, well, okay. Now, that was the most exciting part about this whole documentary was that how this guy was accused of that. But other than that, it was very boring and very like.
Was that like the linchpin of the documentary? Then him accusing him
because they don't know shit. They don't know anything.
Right.
They still don't know shit. They still don't know how the plane fell off the radar. They don't know how it ended over on the other side of the country. They don't know nothing.
Man.
You know. So I was like,
it's like a news channel, just like, oh, we got to have news tonight for 9:00. So say some shit about this plane.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then I'm also watching the season 3 of Picard.
Dude, I got to start that. I've finishing up shows, but I've heard so many good things about the first season. I at least got to watch it.
Love the first season. Couldn't get past episode 1 of the second season. Third season.
3.
I just went right to 3. I was like, you know, if I ever have time, I'll go back and watch it. Maybe it'll make something. But this season is freaking killing it, bro. Like, we got Beverly Crusher. We got Worf. You know, we got Riker, Picard. We got the number 5. They just had some other chick on there from one of the shows that it was like, whoa, okay. They're just killing it, man. They are knocking out of the park with this. So
I gotta check it out. That. Next Generation was my favorite Star Trek stuff. I did like the Will Shatner stuff too, but like the Next Generation was like that was what was on after school. Well, like when I got out of school, that's the show that was on.
So the debris, the reason how they're saying they faked the debris was because he brought the debris with him and planted it on the beach. So because they know what the plane is, they know what kind of plane it was, so they just got I know it's so stupid.
Yeah,
you know, hey, you tell somebody to turn right, you tell 100 people to turn right, there's always going to be that one asshole that turns left. But no, Picard is good. I'm also watching The Mandalorian because I'm glutton for punishment.
I still love The Mandalorian. I've been disappointed by the first couple episodes. I haven't watched it since then. I want to let it run its course, and then I can watch them back to back to back. I feel like I'm gonna have a better time that way than watching it week to week because so far I have not liked it too much.
So it, no, that's a fair assessment. Last week's was the week before last, because I'm a week behind on everything. It was absolutely terrible. Like it wasn't even about. It was bad. It was so bad. I mean, okay, so I think they're trying to tell a bigger story, and they're trying to figure out how to weave some of these characters in that need to be put in, and they just don't know how to do it. So they're kind of dropping them into places that they feel are a good place to do it, which is dumb, like really,
Yeah.
really dumb because they're not doing a good job at it. But last week's, which I watched the other day, was probably one of the better ones because they went back and gave you the history or how Grogu, whatever, Baby
Yeah.
Yoda
Grogu.
got out of the Capitol. Like
Oh, okay.
they give you that whole Order 66 story, which was pretty solid. I was like, oh, finally, we're getting like, why don't they just make it like this? This is cool. You know, the rest of the
Yeah.
shit is stupid.
They're
And
so
then the
hit
rest
and
of it,
miss with it,
well,
man. It's like the Boba Fett show. Like that show could have been cool as hell. And there
oh yeah,
was
they
some
screwed
cool
that up.
episodes. There was some cool episodes of it. But you know, the big bad, like he was a cool ass big bad, and you just killed him. Like
Yeah, they totally made it
it's
no
like
fun.
we didn't get to hear his story. He looked like a legit badass. Like I think he would be a good character.
I wish they could
And
just erase all of that and go back and redo it.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, like they did some of the other stuff, I guess.
Like I didn't
And
mind
they
the first half where he got out of the Sarlacc pit and was hanging out with those
right.
guys. Everything after that, just really,
It sucked. And then
yeah.
then I kind of liked, and I know you kind of like the Obi-Wan, the
Obi-Wan
Kenobi.
was good.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
there
it's
was some
like
slow moments naturally, but for the most
right,
part, I
but
mean,
overall,
it's
I
been
think
the
it was a good
best one
show.
so far. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
And then up until
Endor
this
was
point, I
terrible.
liked Mandalorian. Like I liked the first two seasons, but then going into this season, it's like, man, we're back in like Boba Fett territory for me, which sucks
Just
because I
rat.
actually
Yeah,
liked it. I actually liked the Mandalorian. So
I think they're trying to get to a point with this one. Because I don't think that I think they realize it just can't keep going. Like
yeah,
there has to be like he can't just keep walking around. It's basically where because season 1 and 2 he just basically walked around. There has to be an
right.
end game here, otherwise. Because I mean we don't need 8 seasons of him walking around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is gonna be like Star Trek at this point, if
yeah,
that's what they're doing, you know.
yeah. It's kind of stupid. So I think right now they're trying to build up a story. Like we got Bo-Katan is there's a
Hmm.
lot of her in this one, which is cool because I really like that character.
And I
Um,
think the last one that I seen is where he went to Capitol with the Dark Blade and just talked to her briefly. So that's all I've seen of her so
yeah,
far.
so
So
that
that's
was
good.
the entry of her into the series, and then it gets way more exciting after that. But
Yeah,
she's
and they need
also
to bring
somebody
back
that
the what's her name, the Ahsoka Tano.
oh, she's getting her own show.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
think that's gonna be. I hope that's gonna be good.
yeah. I hope she gets to go after Grad Admiral Thawne, and we get to see some
Yeah.
cool shit. It's like that would be cool. Okay,
Hmm.
that has the potential to be cool, but I kind of feel like
It
they're
could
gonna
also
fuck
be
that up
terrible.
too.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, it's like, oh man, you're gonna screw that up too. Did y'all not read the books? I mean, seriously, like the books were good.
yeah.
How do you keep?
And they made all that not canon. All that's not canon.
Who cares? They still had
Yeah,
good
I know.
stories. You
They don't
know?
care. They
Oh
don't
my
care.
god.
That's who cares. Everybody but them.
Yeah, it's funny. I gave so many lectures on how to tell a story that it was like, whether it's a cliffhanger. I know as Baba said, I hate cliffhangers,
Yeah.
which is why you keep watching Install Diaries, because
Yeah.
every week is every episode is a
Yeah.
cliffhanger.
Matter of
It's like,
fact, you got me today.
and cut.
I'll put it I watched the one you put out today. I was like, God damn it, Dean. Part 7. We're at part 7 now. Are you serious?
Dude, these are all 10-minute episodes. That's
Yeah.
70 minutes of video. Like, shit, it's a full-length movie at this point, okay? It's a bitch to
Yeah.
edit. Trust me, I sat down last night to edit that one, and I was like, man, I'm like 11:30. I'm like, oh god.
I know.
Then midnight, I was like, okay, it's 12:30. I'm going, all right, I just need a soundtrack. I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to
Yeah.
bed now. Because trust me, there's nothing worth about them falling asleep while you're editing and having to go back because it's talking and you have to go back and re-edit that whole sequence. It's like, oh
Hmm.
shit. Yeah,
It's
'cause
fun.
that sucks. But it's funny. It's like so I go, how many of y'all had like language arts? Like, did anybody ever go to school? Like, is anyone here ever attended school before? Like, did you ever have to write a paragraph or a short story? Like, opening, middle, end, beginning, middle, end. It's like there's 3 sequences to this. That's what we
Yeah.
need. Like, it's all you got to do. Hi, here, thank you.
Yeah.
So someone says to me, man, this guy has a YouTube channel, and he's like, I don't know, he's got like 30,000-40,000 subscribers, do pretty well.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, I can't believe you're up there, like, giving away all your secrets. And I go, I'm not giving away shit. There's no secrets here.
Yeah.
I go, listen, I said, the reality is I could tell everyone in this class, there's like 150 people in this class, all the secrets that aren't really secrets. There might be one person that does something with them.
Yeah. The hard part is continuing to do that until you get success at it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
that's the secret.
Or finding an easier way. I think that would be the secret right there.
Or not doing it in car audio, doing it in another venue where you can actually have a broad base.
Makeup.
Yeah.
I'm starting a makeup channel.
There you go.
I think that would be cool. I need a pizza
Yeah.
channel. That would be good. Do a pizza channel. Ooh.
There you go.
Surprised I haven't done that. Just travel around and eat pizza.
Dude, that's what, like, I was, as a matter of fact, I was talking to Derek about, like, if I would ever want to try to make my channel like my full-time job. I said no, not in car audio. Like if I were to do YouTube full time, I would like to do it like a travel.
Yeah.
Something like that. That would be dope.
Well, no, and that was one of like, with all the traveling we do, that was one of those things where it's like, maybe we travel to a place and we spend an extra couple days and we go like hang out with a retail store or something, and we do some work with them, or we lay over in a place, so like we the road to this, or there's a lot of things that we've talked about we could do, but at the end of the day, it's like there's never enough time to do it and have a normal job.
Right.
So
that would have to be the job.
Right. And you'd
be like the exhibit, pimp my shop, basically.
Right. Yeah. Or the full-time job would have to be the part-time job and be like, hey, we're not going to be here this month.
Right.
Yeah.
But like Fernando, I need you to train the third guy. I'm going to have nothing to do with him. You have to do this. I'm done training.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because it's like, it's like, why don't you hire a third person or somebody it's like, no, because it doesn't work that way. It never works that way, because then you have them like, oh, why do you guys get to do all this shit?
Because you're a new guy, and I told you to. No.
Yeah.
Well, I have not been watching a whole lot, so I finished You. Don't recommend it to anybody. Don't even start. Like, the first season's great, and it just slowly dies from there, and it ends in flames. But I was already invested, watched it all. I'm done with it. There's no more episodes coming out, as far as I know. If there is, I'm Doom Patrol done with it. Like, I'm not messing with it anymore.
Yeah, I feel as I get older, I feel you just got to cut it off.
Yeah, sometimes, like, when you're not enjoying it, I felt like I had to walk through this. But if they come out again, like, I'm not watching anymore of them. So, besides that, what I've been watching the worst TV ever. Every night. We found out that we have a Roku TV in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm going to plug my antenna up to it so we can watch some, if I want to watch local news or whatever before I go to bed. Well, they have this show called this channel called Quest. And they show shows like Storage Wars or Hardcore Pawn, just fake reality dumb stuff.
Hardcore Pawn, baby. Yeah,
Hardcore
guys
Pawn.
out of Michigan.
Dude, but it's like, it's just garbage TV. I don't have to pay
Yeah.
attention to it, but every now and again I see something funny. So
Yeah.
I can set it to that, or Storage Wars, or whatever stuff like that.
Right.
And I
It's
can set it
background
to
noise.
that. Yeah, and it could just be there playing, and I can do whatever I need to do on my phone, or if I'm editing, or whatever, I can just have it on. So on top of that, Roku has their own channels. So
Yeah.
they'll put up a guide just like just like cable.
Yeah.
So we have like 600 channels of shit to watch. Like I could watch anything.
Right.
And if you plug a USB drive into the TV, it's like a TiVo. You can pause and record. And I was like, damn, this TV literally cost me like $250, $300 for a
Right.
55-inch, 4K
Right.
TV. And it's not a great TV, but damn, man, I was shocked how many features it had that I just haven't been utilizing.
No, because why?
Right. Well, now I can watch junk TV, pause it. I can record junk TV if I want. They do have some good shows on there. So I've been watching also a lot of I'm trying to think of the name of the power block shows, like where they do hot rods or 4-wheel drives and engine rebuilds and restorations and stuff like that. So I have been watching some of that too.
I turn off the TV if I'm not watching something permanent, just because I gotta get shit done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I gotta get shit done.
Well, see, the only time we don't watch TV until about 9 o'clock, and then we watch it till about 11, and then that's it. So I don't even know why we only have a living room TV to watch the shows usually the shows that we watch here for this show. That's what gets watched in the most expensive TV on the house. That's what.
Yeah, that makes sense.
1, 2, 3 things a week.
All right, so what do we want to watch next week?
What have you seen?
I was looking now just to see what popped up.
Let's see here.
Everything is like a so many TV shows. It's like,
yeah, that's the problem. It's a bunch of TV shows.
Yeah, it's like, don't we have just movies? I still want to watch Luther.
Did you see the new thing about Waco, Texas? Oh, it's a 3-part series though.
Yeah, I heard it. Which one is that?
Waco, American Apocalypse. It's a 50-minute episode, a 45, and a 46-minute episode.
Yeah, we give it a go.
All right.
What? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah, I've been wanting to watch that one.
Of course it's... Oh, there it is. Yeah. So I was talking about with somebody today. And they were talking about how... because we were talking about the rest of the fun and excitement that's going on in our news right now.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh. It's just certain things I don't understand.
I don't understand a lot of things.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to
really
news.
Stupid shit.
And politics. Yeah.
Politics, I get.
Yeah.
That's simple. If you're not on my team, you suck.
Well, now the news is like that. So
but I
get used to it.
It's the other crazy stuff that's going on that you're just like, I don't know where doing that stupid shit ever makes any sense in anybody's head. But I don't understand where hurting people is the answer to the problem.
No.
It doesn't ever, I don't get it. But oh well, not the show for that.
Yep.
Well, that's it. That's the show, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Food with Dean and Rob. We hope you're hungry. Go, of course. Go hit up Waffle House or IHOP right now and get your grub on. And if you haven't watched The Onion, give it a watch. You won't be disappointed too much.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
It is fun. And that's it for the show. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great weekend.
See you next week.